2 in the morning, rest is getting harder.
Hello, welcome, Devil Snipe here, and today I'm bringing you episode number 4 of our live career mode with Colchester United. We're going to go straight to the transfers, have a look at the shortlist. This shortlist is now what you guys have constructed. So hopefully you'll like the shortlist. We're going to make some moves on the shortlist. We need to make some moves on the shortlist. We need to start bringing in some players. So as you can see, we've still got Byram on there. I really do like the look of Byram. I think he'd be a great little right back. But I'm not sure if I really want a right back. We'll have a quick look at the squad before we actually start making some actual attempts at trying to sign some players. So we've got Todd Kane, who is recommended, right back. Still looking at Callas. I'm slightly worried about Callas because I know his valuation can literally balloon with Middlesbrough. They can demand stupid money for him. Carlos Blanco, I've still got him in there. There's something about this guy. He would be coming from Juventus. I like some of his statistics. I think he's got good ability. I think he could be something really, really special, but I don't know if I'm willing to take that risk. Tommy Smith, who went from Ipswich, now at Queen's Park Rangers. I'm pretty confident he plays centre-back and left-back. He's not absolutely overly amazing, but he's a solid centre-back, and I think he'd be good enough to do us what we need in the Premier League in our first season. Virgil, I mean, he's just a tank. He's going to be solid. He's going to be strong. But is he what we want for the team? Will he demand too much when it comes to the old wages? Jamal Lascelles is definitely a player. I'm really, really interested in him. I've used him before, obviously, in previous career modes with Nottingham Forest, etc. And I really do like him. And he's a player that I would love to bring in, essentially bring him in perhaps as my marquee signing. I really wouldn't be bothered with the fact that he's probably want big wages, and I don't think it would be massive wages. I think we'd be talking about 30,000-40,000, which is within my budget. Obviously my marquee budget would be 50,000-60,000, but that would mean we'd have to get rid of someone big from our team. The fact he can play right back and centre back fills me full of joy. He's 6'2". He's got the perfect defensive work rates. So for me, at this moment in time, Lascelles is definitely at the top of my hit list, which leads me probably to the left back position because I can play Nathan Long. I can play him right back or left back. I mean, at the end of the day, I can stick him up top if I need be during a match, but I can play him left back, right back. Probably like to play him right back more than left back. He's done well at left back, to be fair, but I'd like to see how he does at right back. Lucas Hernandez from Atletico Madrid. This guy, why he hasn't got a face, I don't know. It would be brilliant if he had a face, but he's got perfect work rates. He has for a left back if you really want to go for it, but as a centre back with high-low, he scares the living crap out of me. I can just see this gaping hole being left and Premier League team after Premier League team smashing the living crap out of me, which would be a great shame because I know I could pick him up quite cheap, probably no more than a couple of million, maybe 1.5, 1.6 mil, but that's too much of a risk with someone with those sort of work rates. Liam Moore is a good-looking centre-back for me. He's got the strength, he's got the reactions. I'd like to see his full statistics, but to be honest with you, he's at the right age. He's 24 years old, which is perfect, which, gives you a good 2, 3, 4 seasons with the lad, and he's got good work rates. Medium, as well as the medium-high of Lascelles, would make them two quite a formidable pairing. They can both play right back, which is an advantage, so probably they'd both be more inclined to play on the right side, but I think I could get Lascelles to play on the left side quite comfortably. But them two really, really do interest me when it comes to bringing in centre backs, and I think I could pick up Morey quite cheap, probably 2-3 mil. I know his price can balloon. It just depends what mood we catch Leicester in, to be honest. Steve Cook looks quite solid, to be honest. He's got the strength. I'd like to see his general statistics, but I'd be interested to see how much we could pick him up for. If we could get him cheap enough, that would be very, very interesting. Now, Reece Brown from Barnsley. He looks like he's got some really interesting statistics. I would definitely love to see them fully, but I know we'd be looking at under 500k for this man, which to me is an absolute bargain. Perhaps he can come in as a rotational player, just one of those players just to bed into their side. Now, Simone Benedetti from Calgary. I know a lot of people call it Calgary. No, it's Calgary. He looks interesting. I'd like to see his statistics. I don't know if we can inquire. No, we can't. And scout. Well, we are scouting him, so I'm just waiting for him to come back. But I'm really interested because he's 6'3". That would be really nice against Jamal Lascelles because he's tall as well. So I like 2 tall centre-backs. And he's got absolutely immense work rates. They are immense. Low, high work rates. To go alongside a medium-high it's just sublime. It just gives me that stability I need in the back four. I've then got my Lewis Cook, my little cookie. I've got Gilby. I think he would be an absolutely brilliant acquisition. It would just come down to purely price, how much they would demand for him. Hopefully not too much. Left back, Mings, definitely. Tyrone Mings is someone I'm interested in. Then again, saying that, Mohamed Quazim, I'm interested because he has ridiculous looking statistics. I mean, shot power, stand tackle, ball control, marking, slide tackling, dribbling, long shots, aggression, long shots. I think I'm just going to stop there, long shots. But he's got strength, stamina, balance, acceleration, sprint speed, jumping, reactions. Now, I know the guy's short. I only have to look at that picture and he doesn't really fill the picture. So I'm going to say he's what, 5'2", 5'3"? He's 5'5", 5'5". Damn, so he is short. I'm not worried about height there. Though at the back post, Tyrone Mings being like 6'1", 6'2", he's going to be a lot better. He's going to win the headers. But do you know what? He could be a little handful. And I'm pretty confident we could pick him up for that literally dirt cheap money. No more than £1 million. Perhaps a couple of 100,000 would be really nice. No, maybe 600,000-700,000 would be really interesting. Angelino from Man City, the little Spanish lad, looks quite interesting. I know he's short. He's 5'7", 5'8", something like that. He does look interesting. Obviously got the high medium. That really does interest me. And he looks like he could be a good player. I'd like to see the statistical balance on the right-hand side, but we'll just have to wait and see if we get that back. Obviously, Ryan Jack, he can play a multitude of positions, which really did attract me to him. The fact he can play CDM, centre mid, and right back is pretty damn phenomenal with the medium work rate. So he would actually be a solid little player. It would depend how he is statistically, but he has got one highlight in a technical, which is short passing, which, to be honest with you, is a very important factor. I want all my players to be able to pass the ball and pass the ball well. Nathan Redmond, he would be one hell of a marquee player, marquee signing, to be honest. He's got the 4-star skill moves. I know he can only play left mid, right mid, and I don't really play left mid, right mids, but, you know, I could envelop him into playing sort of a centre mid sort of a role perhaps, or start it out as a right mid, left mid, and then just bring him inside, tuck him in a little bit, or bring him in on for the last sort of half an hour, 40 minutes of a game. But he would probably cost us an absolute packet, which would be a bit disappointing because we'd probably be looking at outlaying in excess of £6, £7, £8 million, if not a little bit more. Chalobah, definitely would love to bring Chalobah in, and perhaps he would be an admirable replacement for Lansbury. Now, I've got nothing against Lansbury. I love Lansbury, but Lansbury for me last season in the Championship, I thought he'd be sensational. I thought he'd be the star player. And to be honest with you, he really wasn't. George Moncur was absolutely outrageous. Gilby was outrageous. Dele Alli was just outrageous. My youngsters were outrageous. And the one who sort of didn't really offer me a nothing games was Lansbury. I mean, he scored me a couple of goals. He created a couple of goals, but he just didn't really get involved in the games enough. Now, obviously, a little bit of a dirty secret player is something I always love and adore. I love having a dirty little secret. And if I could have a dirty little secret, there's a couple of players who would be my dirty little secret, which you will see. But a dirty little secret, bringing back Diarmi would be sensational. Now, I know he made a categoric error by leaving West Ham and going to Hull City, and he's paying the price for that because Hull have been relegated, and let's be honest, it was just a joke of a decision by the man. It's a shame he didn't stick out the season because now Fat Sam has gone, and Bilic being in, you know, life could be so different for him, and I would love to still have him at West Ham because I absolutely adored him when he was at West Ham, but he sold out and he went. But he was a fantastic player, and if I could have him as a dirty little secret, I would love to have him. Now, he's not exactly dirty or a secret, I'll be honest with you there. He is 30, but he would give me that added experience I require in the centre of the park. I mean, what an admirable replacement for Lansbury would Diarmi be. I mean, that would be sensational. So I haven't made my mind up on the centre mid at the moment, but of course, Diarmi is probably number 2. You'll figure out who's number 1, and it would be an absolutely audacious attempt to pull off the transfer coup of the century. And of course, it would be Mark Noble. Oh my days, yes. The Cockney genius. If he ever donned the Colu blue and white, I would be extremely happy. Not as happy as I am watching him wear the claret and blue at West Ham. I mean, I love this guy. He is such a damn good player. If he was only born a few years later, you know, with the likes of Gerrard and bloody Lampard going, you know, he should have plenty of England caps. He's good enough. He's such a good technical player. He's just such a phenomenal player. And in my personal opinion, I think at times Mark Noble is extremely underrated. I really, really do. But I love him to bits. He's 30, so he could be literally the god of the centre of the park. You know, he could really bring on the likes of Moncur, who he's played with when he was a youngster. You know, he could bring on Gilby, he could bring on Dele Alli. I mean, what an outlet I would have in midfield. He could be the absolute answer, but I know West Ham are going to fight me for any chance of buying him. He could cost me an absolute fortune, so I've got to be very careful. I know Diarmi I could probably pick up for a couple of mil. I know Mark Noble we could be looking at 3, maybe 4 million, which, do you know what, is fair dues, because he is such an absolute bloody legend. Now, let's be honest, I don't foresee West Ham actually ever selling him, so it might be a bit of a no-go, but that would be my ideal dirty little secret. Adel Taarabt, strictly because he has 5-star skill moves. That is it. And to be honest with you, he has such good statistics. It's just a waste of an absolute mercurial talent. He's just such a waste of a talent. If the boy applied himself, he could be phenomenal. And he could be like, come to Col U, we could get the best out of him and he could keep us up mid-table. That would be absolutely phenomenal. But I think it'd be pie in the sky because he's valued at 10.5, which, let's be honest, QPR will probably want anything between 15 to 20 million, which is just absolutely pie in the sky money. Now, Magnus Onzi, I would love to bring him in, but even I know that West Ham are going to demand stupid money in excess of 20 million, which I'm just not going to be able to afford, and it is just pie in the sky. But it does bring me back to John Guidetti, a player I really, really, really would love to bring to the club. I'm quite happy with our front line. I'll just show you the team that we're going to be, well, we're going to be using 2 teams, obviously. We're going to be using this team as our main team, hence why we need to make the changes in the back 4. I'm really happy with this team. I really do love this team. Cookie's coming to the centre of the mid defensive role. That's where he's going to play. I think he's slightly better than Gilby. Gilby's going to go into our second team. But these teams are going to be rotated, so it's not as if they're not going to get many games. They're all going to get, you know, a good chunk of games, you know, every other game. Especially when we have 2 games in a week, you know, it's going to be vital. So both squads have got to be strong. I'm happy with my faith in our youth squad. I really am happy with that squad. I think it's really, really good. You know, potentially it's got a lot of superstars. I have got Nelson playing right back, hence why I want to try and pick up a right back, a left back, a couple of centre backs, because I really want Nelson to be playing centre-back and put Winter in what I think is his strongest position, which is the right-back role, which, to be honest with you, I should do right now. Obviously, Felix is not going to be playing centre-back because he's just too short, but that's a team I'm really happy with. I think that team's going to do some really good damage in the Premier League. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot harder with that team, but I think they're going to do some severe damage in the BPL. Come on, save, and let's get back to our main team. That's the main team. So as I say, realistically, I need to be getting. I need to get him out. Longy's going to stay in. So if I bring you in there, I need to change these 3 massively, and of course I need to change Lansbury. Obviously Bentley won't be in goal for the main team because that will be my little. Where is he? There he is. My little Argentinian. My little gem. I love him. I absolutely adore this lad. He's going to be phenomenal. He is going to be absolutely scary biblical. It is that simple. He really is. So we've got to start making some moves in the transfer market. The first thing I am going to do is I'm going to have a punt on my boy Lascelles. I really want to bring Lascelles in. It was even better that you guys recommended Jamal, because I think he is something really, really special. And I am prepared for a fight. I reckon Newcastle will want around about 3 mil for him. But what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to try and do a swap. If I can do a swap plus like $1.5 million, maybe 2 mil, I'll be really, really happy. I mean, he's earning 40 grand, so he's bang on my actual budget. His squad rotation, see, he won't be coming in squad rotation for me. He will be a crucial player, definitely a crucial player. But I want to try and farm out one of my boys from the back line, which I'm looking at is, realistically, it's probably going to be Cardosa. We have had since season 1, which, you know, he's done me so well. But needs must at the end of the day. Needs must. And unfortunately, he could be the sacrificial lamb. I mean, Nelson's got, you know, 2 mil. Considering I picked him up for like 475, 500k, 300k, something stupid. I didn't pay a lot for him at all. He's now worth 2 mil. If you start in a career mode, he's definitely one lad to pick up, in my opinion. But where's Cardosa? Where's my boy? There he is. Cardosa, only valued at 350k. He's got pace. Hopefully Newcastle like pace. I'm going to offer him 1.8 mil plus Cardosa, so that makes it like a £2.1 million transfer deal. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that will be enough to secure his signature. The other centre-back I'm really interested in has to go to Simone Bedetti. I like his work rates. That low-high really does fill me full of joy. Don't get me wrong, I would love to bring in any of these guys. I'm just worried about price. how much they'll cost. I mean, Callas can play a multitude of positions as well. He would be cracking, and he would bring back memories of FIFA 13, of course, because he was an integral part of that career mode. We had him for a short period of time, but he'd done an amazing job when we had him at West Ham. So we're just going to move it on, hopefully get some good negotiations going with Newcastle, hopefully some transfer offers so we can generate some more cash. Unacceptable, okay, I knew that would happen. Damn it, we can't go ahead because we are not interested in the player you've included in the deal. Right, that worries me. That worries me. Okay. Do I swap the player up? Do I swap the player up? Who else can I put in there? I could bang in the young man, but I don't know if they'd be really interested. I could offer them a straight swap for Lansbury. And I'll be saving myself pure money. But then I've literally got to hope that that people come in. I could offer him Adam Richardson because he's a player that I really don't want anymore. He's just not good enough. I could offer him Adam Richardson and no money. I think that would be pretty interesting. That would really test their resolve because, to be fair, he is a stunning little player. He is a stunning little player. But for me, he just hasn't settled in. If Lansbury's causing me issues, that lad is causing me a lot more issues. So for me, it's a no-brainer that he's going to go. I just wasn't hoping that I'd have to do a straight swap deal, but at the same time, I think I'm getting a better deal out of it. I will be getting a better deal because I want Jamal Lascelles more than I want. Oh, come on! I know you love Jamal, but he can't be worth this sort of money. I mean, he's worth 2.5. I'll punt you a mil. I'll punt you a mil 5. And I feel like I'm being bent over slightly, but a mil 5 I think is really, really good. And what I'm really worried about is we're not going to get any signings before the Chelsea game, and the Chelsea game is coming up quite quickly, which is a little bit worrying from my point of view. We've got to make some moves. We've got to make some real big decisions. Obviously, not seeing their statistics does worry me. Oh, Badetti. Okay, so I'm looking at those. Do you know what? Slide tackling, marking looks really good. Stand tackling, good. Interceptions is good. Aggression, not too bad. Jumping is good. Strength is good. Even if you take them at the base values on the left-hand side, that's interesting. Right, I'm making a punt for you, son. I am making an absolute punt for you. Let's see how much they want. Right, okay, squad rotation. Let's test their resolve at 1.9 million. 1.9 million is not a bad offer, and I'm going to offer him an Italian in exchange in the hope that paves a little bit of an opening in negotiations. I know it's a bit of a pie in the sky thought, but I think that could be very, very interesting. Right, come on. We want good replies. Good replies. Come on. Come on. Give me the 2 players before we end this episode. I don't want to end this episode without any signings. That would be horrendous. Come back and say yes, Newcastle. Come back, Calorie, and say yes. We'll take your cash. Oh, here we go. What have we got? Accepted 1.9. I probably overpaid, but I really am not bothered. It's 1.9 million. I've got rid of a player that I'm not going to use, and I bought in a player that's going to go into my first team. 20 grand a week as well. I will take that, and I can make him, hopefully, fingers crossed, important and not crucial, which would be fantastic. So we'll offer him the contract, which we've done. I'm happy with that. We've got rid of a player who's earning a few quid off the books. We got rid of him. He weren't going to be used, so I think that's a bit of a no-brainer. And oh my God, Newcastle have accepted. Newcastle have accepted. Oh, that is fantastic. That's quite a big transfer deal. I mean, it's worth 2.5, so that's a £4 million transfer deal. I'll give him the 4 mil. I'll give him the 4 years, and I will bang him onto a crucial. I get the feeling I might have to amend my transfer and budget to accommodate that because I've just basically given out 60 grand. Yeah, I've only got 55, so I'm going to have to amend that slightly. Yes, do you know what? You can go. 450 grand is fine. I'm not fussed. I'm not going to haggle over how much we get for the players. He's just going to go. That is it. He's going to go, so that's fine. We're on the dawn of the Chelsea game. Hopefully we can just amend this before the Chelsea game starts, have 2 new signings. That would be really, really nice, but I'm not sure that's going to come off. We'll just have to wait and see. Fingers crossed. If not, episode 4 will not only see the first game, but hopefully the first 2 signings of this career mode, which would be sensational. Absolutely sensational. And I'm not looking forward to playing Chelsea, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be absolutely honest. Transfer offer. Oh, no. Right, we've got the 375 grand. That's superb. Norway. I would love to do the Norway job. I would love to. I love my time in Molde. I really did. But I'm not going to be doing international work. So, transfer offer for my boy Aldair. You know... Oh, this is interesting because it's not the Aldair that I was worried about. So that's fine. Though this young man is a very, very good player, if I can squeeze 6 million, which I think is a fair deal, to be honest. He's 74 rated at 19 years old. I think 6 mil... No, let's 6... shall I go for the 7? Go for the max 7. If I put... No. Yes, Sporting Goujon are not going to have more than 7 mil probably to spend on him. So I'm going to go 7 mil. They're going to come back and they're going to say no. I'll be honest. I don't foresee them having that sort of dosh in their back burner to be able to spend on the young man. But that is where we're going to leave it. Episode 4, the first game of the Premier League season against Chelsea. Hopefully in the following days after that, we will secure 2 transfers. So hopefully come the 13th to the 15th, we will have 2 new centre-backs ready for the Swansea game. And we'll be hopefully making some inroads into buying a couple more players. So that episode might just contain a game and some more transfers. And then by the time we get to the end of this month, might not have 2 games in. I don't know. We might do the Swansea and the Cardiff. Depends how the transfers go. But from then onwards, we'll be doing 2 games per episode. So you'll see City against Palace, Newcastle against Liverpool. What a tough double episode that's going to be. That's going to be immense. Then moving on to QPR, Man United, West Brom and West Ham. That's the big one. The 4th of November is the big one. Obviously, we've got some cup games probably to come up before then, but that's where we're going to leave it. Hopefully, you're interested in the players that I'm potentially purchasing. Lascelles is going to be fantastic. Badetti, I'm really looking forward to having him. But until next time, I will catch you later.
Hated or love it, I'm on the way to the summit, and all the haters are waiting to see the day that I plummet. They better stay in their place because the paper is coming, and when I make it, their bankers getting the payment of nothing. Now I'm destined to make it big. I think by now I've made that evident, but I'm grinding till they know Calvin Coolidge is the rapper and not the president.